Hi students, welcome back in English grammar class. This is your teacher Miss Hafsa. Today we are going to discuss the future perfect tense. Let's have a look at the rules or the structure of this tense. In affirmative sentences, as I have already told you that with I, you, she, he, it, they and we, and whether it is a singular noun or plural noun, you will use this helping verb will with it. So this will is almost used in all four types of tenses of future, whether it is future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect or future perfect continuous. But in future indefinite we were just having will as a helping verb. In future perfect continuous we were having will be, and in future perfect we would be having will plus have with it. So here you can see first would be the subject, then will, and then another helping verb or auxiliary verb, that is have, and then third form of verb or past participle. So this is the structure of affirmative sentences. As you can see, they will have worked with these children by next May, and I have told you earlier that in all perfect tenses we use third form of verb. So here we would also use third form of verb or past participle. But here we are having two helping verbs will have with it. They will have worked with these children by next May. Then in negative sentence, you know the structure of negative sentence. We just add not with the helping verb. And as there are two helping verbs will and have, so we have to add not in between them. As you can see, first we are having subject, then will not, and then have, and then third form of verb, and then the rest of the sentence. As an example, you can see they will not or they won't. Want is the short form of will not. They will not have worked with these children by next May. So we have just added not to them. And this is the structure of interrogative or questions sentences. Will I have in third form of verb, or will you, she, he, it, you, we, they. These are all subjects. So as we have discussed that in interrogative sentences, subject and auxiliary verb or helping verb interchange their position. So will came at the start of the sentence, and then we are having subject, and then have, and then third form of verb or past participle. So you can see an example. Will they have worked with these children by next May? Will they have worked? And remember that have would be at its same place. We would just replace the place of will in it. It would not be like this, that will have they worked with these. It would be incorrect. We would just move the first auxiliary verb to the start of the sentence. The future perfect tense is used. Now let's discuss its uses. That where are they used? For an action which will be finished before a stated future time. As its name shows, you will be discussing future action in them, but perfect actions which would be finished at a particular time. So we would be discussing such type of actions in them. As you can see, for an actions which will be finished before a stated future time, we would mention a time that before that this time would be finished. This action would be finished. As you can see, he will have delivered all the newspapers by 8 o'clock. So here they are showing us time that before 8 o'clock or exact at 8 o'clock, what would be he have done? He will have delivered all the newspapers. So here you can see that we uses a future perfect tense in such type of actions which would be completed before a stated or a specific time in future. Then its second use could be future perfect tense is used with the following time expressions. We are having some time expressions which we use in future perfect tense. Before, till, until, by the time, by then, etc. These are all time expressions which could be used in future perfect tense. Till, until are mostly used in the negative sentences. Do remember this, that till and until are mostly used in negative sentences. Whenever we are using negative sentences, so we use till and until in them mostly. Like in examples, you can see she will have finished the report by tomorrow. She will have finished the report by tomorrow. She won't have completed the report till or until 6 o'clock. So here you can see till or until is used in negative sentence. and a specific time is given that the action would be finished before that time. The third use could be a future perfect tense is used to denote an action which will begin before a definite moment in the future, will continue up to that moment in the future, and will be going on at that moment. They can be used for such type of actions which we say that it would be started at a time, a specific time, a definite moment, will continue up to that moment in the future, and it would be continued to a specific time, and it would be going on at that time. As you can see, Luisa will have been a teacher for 20 years by next May. So here you can see when next May would come, so she would be still a teacher. The process would be continued. The teaching process would be continued. She would be still a teacher. If we are specifying the time that till next May or by next May, she would be having 20 years as a teacher. So such type of actions are discussed in it in future perfect tense, which are started at a definite time in future, and that will be continued at that moment, and it will be still going on, like it didn't stop at that time. Hope this would be clear to you. See you in my next class.